Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Infra. Last time out, we were making our way through to this abandoned rail cart system that theoretically is going to take us home-ish, maybe. We're done for the day, aren't we? We've done enough, Mark. We've done enough. But the thing is, we're only about halfway through this game so far, so we're going to see where this takes us. And we do need to start by reading that newspaper. I did leave you guys on a bit of a newspaper cliffhanger last time out. So we're going to see if we can duck, dive, dip, dodge, and dodge. Tilaxuixian with another subscription. Thank you so much for the subscription. T-Dog, I believe we agreed on last week. Yes, we're going to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge our way around the local protests that are going on to see if we can make it back to the office. That'll be great. In the chat today, we have got Darkfey. Hello to you. We've got Zephyronicus doing a lurk, doing a heckin' lurk. We've got Kemosuck has resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much for the subscription, Kemosuck. You guess it's that time of the month. We got Trank0007, hello, Plat Cat greetings from Platinum Caterpillar, Gage Blackwood, Lord of Blackwood Manor, and of course, T-Dog. Let's read some newspaper. It is Stauberg Nuclear Power Production about to double. BlackRock Nuclear Power Plant to build a third reactor by 2022. I'm not sure private equity wants to be anywhere near your nuclear power, to be honest. Hey, we got a first-time chatter. Prope1237. How am I liking the game so far? Yeah, it's good. It's interesting. It's kind of sort of chill vibes, but it's like it's a sort of Mystlike, but it's quite linear, right? Because you never really backtrack. And also, it's incredibly grounded in reality. There is, like, no supernatural elements to this, whatever. Reminds me a lot of Ellingby House, actually. Although I do appreciate this game came out, like, 10 years earlier than Ellingby House. But yeah, enjoying it a lot. Thanks for asking. And welcome. Welcome to the chat. The new reactor will produce more energy than the old two combined. Stauberg Industry Power, SIP, has announced that after several major setbacks, the BlackRock 3 reactor will finally begin operation in spring of 2018. The third reactor has been under construction since 2008 and was supposed to be finished in 2012, but because of multiple issues, the project has been prolonged time and again. The new plant will use the newest EPR-type reactor, which is a third-generation pressurized water reactor design. The power output of the new reactor will be roughly 1600 megawatts, which puts the current two 780 MWBWR reactors to shame. Then we've also got metro workers to protest today. Public Transport Workers Union, the PTWU, have stated that they will protest today at the Stauberg Central Railway Station mid-level platform. Oh shoot! This is today's newspaper, so for once we're not looking at an old newspaper. Okay, that's the protest we saw earlier. The protest will start with a walkout at 2 PM and last for the rest of the day. The protest is expected to cause severe interruptions with the metro traffic on the City Loop line and possibly on other lines as well. New metal detectors causing numerous problems at SIA. The new intelligent metal detectors that were installed to Stauberg International Airport last week have been causing numerous different problems. Most notably, the new detectors seem to mistake few items such as DSLR cameras as possible weapons, causing false alarms. Well, would you rather have false alarms or would you rather let actual weapons through, right? This is a question of specificity versus sensitivity. Stauberg FC wins yet another game. Stauberg FC took another 1-0 win at Koksberg FC and is on a steady path to win the National Football League. Tell you what, local team coming good. Have they ever lost a game? Art is the mental problem of its creator. Art graphician Samuel Lake, graphician, says he can't just stop doing art. Passion keeps the game going. Okay, so we picked up a key from here, and that should, hopefully...
Nice ride.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start the engine. Nice. Cassette tapes. My nuts. Oh no, maybe they're boxes of nuts. And also some T24 screws. My favourite kind of screws. So let's release the brakes and then... Gotta honk the engine, of course. Yep. Headlights on. And... Go! Go. No, not that. Wait, why can't I... I need to push the throttle. The throttle. We put the key in, but we did not actually start the engine. I thought... Do you know what? I thought it was very quiet. I just figured it was electric. Okay, now... Now let's go. Ah, no, stop doing the horn. We want the instrument lights on. Oh, open this side first. Ah. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Is there, like, there's a foot pedal there, which I assume is like a dead man's switch, right? Like, the thing's not gonna go unless there's a driver standing there. Yeah? I would assume that's... You watched a few hours of your Infra videos, and as an Infra enjoyer, it's good to see people still playing this game. It's good. It's good, for sure. Like, I didn't actually check how many reviews it had. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Do we have the switches set correctly anyway? Yes, that looks like it'll work better now. So the train knows not to derail itself, one presumes. They got this far so surely. Ah! Now we're moving in the right direction. Forward! Let's go. Okay, no, that's a little bit too fast. You know, let's not go crazy here. Like, this is my first time as a train driver, kinda nervous. So let's not hit anyone, yeah? Because frankly, I'm not sure Mark's third-party cover to drive any vehicle is going to cover trains, right? So like, nah. Oh my god! Tiny Train! Tiny Train's in the chat. Quick, get your emotes. Train, tiny train. Train, tiny train. Thank you for pointing that out, Nico Games Now. I almost forgot. It's been a long time since we got to drive a tiny train. Well, Rem, I suppose? Rem 3? Was that the last tiny train we got to drive? There are, despite the fact that there's a, spoiler alert, train station in Blueprints, shocking lack of trains. That reminds me very much of the random little siding in at the start of Half-Life, where you got the security guard banging on the door and you just kind of like sail past him. Tiny Train song. Wait a minute, that didn't play. Why didn't it play? The Tiny Train song goes, it wouldn't be, I'll give you a live performance. It wouldn't be a cyan game without a little train. This, of course, not a cyan game, but it's definitely, I guess I'd call it cyan adjacent. Definitely taking a lot of inspiration. But as I mentioned before, we can up that speed now, I think. Very unlikely to hit anyone down here. But as I mentioned before, it's definitely very, like, to a fault, kind of grounded in reality, which I quite like. I like that. It kind of constrains your design space, but it allows you to do sort of interesting things with making the puzzles, like, realistic. A live performance. You were thinking of a parody of Baby Shark. Tiny train, do. Oh, we should have taken a picture of that. Shoot. Ah.
3 packs left.
No, quick. Ah, moment's gone. You got to be really sort of Johnny on the button with that, don't you? Because like this train does not have a reverse, so yeah. Never mind. Look, we've already done enough for today. I thought the tracks were ending there. We've already done enough for today. Mark should go home, have himself a nice cup of cocoa. Go on, Mark. Have yourself just have yourself a little relax. Nancy Drew number 13. Well, we're up to Nancy Drew number 4, which is our 3rd Nancy Drew game we've played. You know, are we going to get throughout? Are we going to get the entire series done? Yes, 100. But well, no, we probably shouldn't commit to that at this stage. But oh, they're jolly good, aren't they? Really enjoying them. Edutainment. And you know what? In the YouTube section, in the YouTube comments section, I can see that there's a small but very dedicated group of people for whom watching the Nancy Drew games is like the only ones of my videos that they watch. Like, they come for the Nancy Drew once a week and they're really into the Nancy Drew and they'll leave a comment on the Nancy Drew videos, but they tend not to watch any of the others. And that's perfectly like fine and understandable, right? Because, you know, most people will tend to sort of watch like 1 or 2 games, like games that they're interested in, and it's always it's nice to kind of see the same people coming back every week for another episode of Nancy Drew. Four plus 1 minus 2. There are 31 that are available to you at the moment, and you've played 3. Last Train to Blue Moon. Do you know what? I'm not sure if we've been. We're just going, right? We're just go. We can go even faster. We'll kick it up another gear. Oh, sorry, I got confused because on my screen, Trank and Kimasuk are both yellow. I thought you were having a conversation with yourself because I was just like looking. I was just looking at the chat quickly. On my screen, you guys are the same colour for some reason. On the recording screen, I see you guys have been given green and orange. We've got to really watch out for those points, because if any of those points are set incorrectly, we're going to crash. Like, we're putting a lot of faith that this has just been kind of left in a sensible configuration. Yeah, I've played 3, 4, and 11. 3, 4, and 11. Hang on, wait. That said red. That was a red light there. Whoa, what are we doing? Okay, do we go faster or slower? Someone should get that bit fixed, yeah. Okay.
I should have seen that coming.
I mean, we did accidentally go through a red light, to be fair. So, never mind. The important thing is, we only caused... How much do you reckon that rolling stock costs? 150,000 euros? Maybe? And then the track...
Must be careful not to go too deep.
We probably only caused, like, you know, maybe like 1.2 million euros worth of damage there. It's okay. It's okay. Right. Careful not to go too deep. Right, where are we now? Sewer Simulator. Oh, the Valve of Destiny. You can come with me. You are destined for big things. Hello, Teddy. You are going to help me with something. I'm sure of it. Stahlberg Underground. Whoop. Anything under here? No, we can't actually get under there. Never mind. Right, I'm going to put down the Valve of Destiny. We'll come back for you later if we decide that you're needed. That looks like it's going to get too deep too quickly. So I dare say we need to make our way back round the way we just came. Oh yes, and number 20 is unavailable, but there is a remake of number 1. Yes, I've only uncovered a few billion of damage so far. Well, it's one of those ones, isn't it, where it's like, if you're a surveyor and you know, create, you know, €1 million worth of damage on €1 billion, it's like, that's a rounding error anyway, right? Look, just say the rolling stock was like that when you found it. Maybe it collapsed on its own. We can't take that chance. You always say that. I want to take a chance. There we go. Some vintage Simpsons for you. That actually, arguably, best Simpsons episode of all time? Scorpio? Like, yes, Mr. Scorpion. It's Mr. Scorpio, but don't call me that either. Oh, man. Hammer time. No. No, apparently that's a regulation grade hammer, so that's fine, apparently. Nico, I commented on your Outer Wilds video that I was thankful you were playing it because I would never finish it. I'm even more thankful now because your vids inspired me to get back in. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. You know? Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. And you know what? Like, the Outer Wilds playthrough... Oh. Here we go. It's an odd one for now, because the base game we have played before and we've completed before. And certainly a couple of... I think that a lot of people weren't really interested in watching someone's second playthrough, right? Which does make sense. It is definitely a game you can only play for the first time once, right? Totally agree with that. That's very uncontroversial
Still 4 packs left.
And so, yeah, episode 1 got a lot of views, but it had a huge fall off. I think it's one of my worst videos for fall off, definitely, because I think it's something like 10% retention rate after the first 30 seconds or something like that, which is like, ooh, which is just about enough time for me to have got to the point where I was like, now I have played this before. Excuse me, how rude. Oh shoot, do we need the Valve of Destiny? Hang on a minute. Let's turn this one. And now? No. What are you doing then? Something in there. Maybe we do need the Valve of Destiny. Wait, key. Thank you. Yeah, so obviously the base game, not a blind playthrough. Although I haven't played it in like 6 years, so there's definitely a lot in that I just don't remember at all, to be honest. Like, I remember the big ticket items, like how to get into certain things and you know, certain things that maybe require some logical deduction, right? But like the smaller stuff. Ooh, that's not working properly. Right, hang on a minute. That's the valve we just opened? So do we actually need to close it after all? What? But I'm having a thoroughly good time playing it again. And I hope you guys... and I know that some of you guys are sort of, you know, despite the fact it's not a blind playthrough, are also enjoying the guided tour, let's say. But yeah, I'm really... that's still on. But yeah, I'm really enjoying tackling it again. And there are certainly some challenges that we're going to... There's certainly some challenges that we're going to try and do that I never did first time I played. And also, I am also finding that I'm discovering stuff that maybe we do need the Valve of Destiny. I'm also finding that I'm discovering stuff that I never discovered the first time I played it round as well. So we're just kind of taking our time with it and sort of, you know, faffing around a bit and seeing what the solar system has to offer and things. Here's the Valve of Destiny. And yeah, and just sort of taking our time and enjoying it. But I'm also trying to sort of explore it in somewhat of a logical order so that the story itself makes sense. And I realise the point of it is that it's a non-linear narrative anyway. But yeah, kind of trying to explore things in a somewhat logical order kind of keeps the playthrough somewhat coherent. That is the same notice as before. Oh man, these are confusing times. Maybe there's another valve, right? Because the thing does branch, doesn't it? Is there another valve over this side? Because we do have... Yeah, we've got 2 pipes leading into this one, right? So there's another pipe over here. Is there another valve that we need to close? Oh, hang on. We weren't able to... oh, we do need the Valve of Destiny. It's just in the wrong place. There we go. 100% the best Simpsons episode. Yeah. Like, some classic... I do enjoy some classic Simpsons. What I need, right, and maybe someone can give me some advice on this one, right? One thing that streaming has robbed us of is the ability to just watch TV. Okay? One thing that I always liked when I was younger, or one thing that I appreciate now that I'm older looking back on it from when I was younger, was like Saturday evenings you know, turning on the TV and, yeah, there would be Simpsons on, right? But what episode is playing, you don't get to choose. And I would love to have something akin to a streaming service, but where you don't have to pick the episodes you want to watch, right? Now, some things, if you're sitting down to watch like Breaking Bad or The Sopranos or whatever, right, something with a coherent story, streaming and on demand has been absolutely brilliant, right? Because streaming has been brilliant because you now don't miss an episode, right? But I do wish that there was a piece of functionality, and I can't imagine it would be hard to implement. So if there are any Disney Plus or Netflix devs watching, I doubt there are, because as far as I can make out, Netflix only has about 5 people that work for it. But if there are any devs watching, let me have an option where I can pick a show and just ask for not just a random episode. I want it to play me. I want to be able to create a playlist where I add Simpsons, Futurama, King of the Hill, Gladiators, you know, whatever, the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from the 1980s, Thundercats, Transformers, right? I want to be able to add a bunch of shows to a category and say, play me something random from that list. And it will play me a random episode of a random show from a subset of what I've selected. And then at the end of that, it will play another next random episode from a different show, right? So you can kind of recreate that vibe of just sort of sitting down on a Saturday and going, hey, we're going to watch some like Simpsons and Gladiators and whatever, you know? Kima6 says, I would voice Gabro. PWJB's in the chat. Hello, good evening. You'll remember the minutiae of Outer Wilds quickly. Watching the sun explode is like riding a bike. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, a show's playlist, but random video order for it. Yeah, exactly. Netflix needs a shuffle option for non-overarching series. Yes. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't have to be, if that's too greedy, it doesn't have to be a full-blown playlist creator. If I could literally just pick a show and say, you know, shuffle, play me random episodes of this show, that would be so good. Because when you're firing up Disney Plus and you're firing up a bit of Simpsons, it's like, oh, what episode from this 24 series show do you want to watch? And it's like, I don't know, like, pick me something good. And it seems a little bit odd, right? Because we live in the age of algorithmic social media, right? Facebook has known for 20 years that your timeline should not be a chronological list of things that happened to people in your friends list, right? It's been selective over what it shows you on your timeline for 20 years. And, you know, and now with things like TikTok and so on, it's like explicitly algorithmically driven content. And so it strikes me as odd that no streaming platform has made that step yet to go, hey, rather than picking a show, no, this is where I've just come from. Rather than picking a show, do you want to just watch TV? Right? It's not an option on any of them. You think it's interesting that the UK for a long time only had 4 channels? Mate, for a long time it had 2. Yes, I am actually old enough to remember when the 5th channel was launched. The US had the whole W letter station versus K letter station stuff. I am not culturally au fait enough with the United States that I know what that even means, to be honest. Streaming is missing the mindlessness of zapping around the channels and exchanged it with the choice paralysis of having everything at once. Yes, I agree. Choice paralysis is a good way of expressing that. Teaching your 7-year-old what commercials were, mind-boggling, to say the least. Ooh, that doesn't look safe. Shame I didn't get a picture of it. Wait a minute, can I replicate? No. We might need to take a picture of that, so let me go and open up the Miro board, because I'm incredibly organised and of course have that ready for the start of the stream. Oh, K and W are in the west and the east. Okay. Girl Scout cookies. Righty-ho. Wait, no, that's all my blueprints notes. Ignore all that, ignore all that, ignore all that. Where's Infra? That looks like Infra, doesn't it? It's a circuit diagram. I mean, I'd have thought your kids would be able to kind of get the concept of commercials, because surely nowadays they're just inundated with them everywhere, right? Like, can't swing a stick without coming across a 30-second unskippable YouTube ad, right? Yeah, streaming services adding ads back in. Well, I mean, you know me, I am an avid DVD collector. You know, I've got several, I'm probably into the thousands now of DVDs. I've actually kind of, I'm starting to have a problem. I've got to the point where I'm starting to hoard DVDs more for their historic interest than because I'm actually interested in watching the movie. So, I tell you what I thrifted last week. Here's the latest one I thrifted last week. It is Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can tell it's legit because it says Hollywood DVD at the top. Here's a movie straight from Hollywood. But yes, it is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hercules in New York. A movie that I have almost no interest in actually watching, but I was in a thrift shop, or a charity shop as we call them in the UK, and I spotted it. This is the first theatrical performance, this is the first speaking role that Arnold Schwarzenegger ever had. Yeah, featuring Arnold's real voice for the first time. It literally says it on the box. And so I saw that in the charity shop and I was like, that's kind of a movie of somewhat historical significance, isn't it? Like, we should... let's get it, right? It's 50p. It's 50p in a charity shop. Let's get it and we'll worry about it later. Oh, Facecam is mirrored. Yes, Facecam is mirrored, for reasons which... it's going to sound really cringe if I tell you exactly why. I'll tell you why, right? I get told off in the YouTube comment section if I spend too much time digressing and not enough time puzzling. So I try and keep a balance. I'll tell you briefly though. This is how I see myself. That is true. But no, what it is I have... If I don't mirror, where I will be looking on the screen is this way, right? And I'll be, because I can't change which monitor the game is actually on. So the game is there for me, and that means as I'm looking at the game, you see me looking at the game, right? Whereas if I don't mirror it, the game is there from your point of view, but I'm looking over here being like, yeah, this is really hard. So that's why I feel it's like a slightly more immersive viewing experience to flip it. So now, of course, I could take the camera here in this screen, and I could shift the camera over to the left hand side of your picture and move the game over to the right, move the chat box over to the left. But I just didn't. I experimented with it in the early days of the channel, and I just felt that didn't look quite right. And certainly most Let's Players have their camera over on the right hand side. I don't know if anyone's particularly A/B tested that, but I'm just kind of like going with the crowd on it, really. So yeah, it was a bunch of market research, essentially, was why I did it. So yeah. Okay. Yes, Kimusa, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you guessed it. You guessed it correctly. I'm glad you guys understand. Right. What are we looking at here? Green L, red L. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Green means closed. Green means closed. Okay. So let's see. What are we trying to power then? What are we trying to power? Black is a stupid colour to do this in. Let's do it in red. Okay. Good. We probably want to power the control unit, right? Open, close. And that is, you got your resistor through here. Here's the motor that needs powering. Okay, here's your power supply, right? That's your AC current. So you need... Okay, so C2, we want that off because we don't want the lock. We just want the motor, so we want B2. A1 probably doesn't matter. Similarly with C1. So we'll take B2 so that the motor's powered. And right, A1, B1 and B2. And we definitely want C2 open. So I think that should work. It doesn't, but like... I mean, you know, my pin number, yeah, AC current. I mean, you are right. You are right. I have no excuse. I mean, let's try turning these on as well. Wait. Shall we take red off? Yeah. Go on. Right, so now green is open. Ah, but it's now green. It's now green. Why are you not working? So that's the lock. Yeah? We don't need the lock. That turns the red one on. I mean, I guess maybe we need open on the control unit. But not... Oh, hello! Yes! I half expected to see a torrent of rushing water coming towards Mark and just ruining his day. And the rest of his life. Both seconds of it. It's a letter! Brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. Hey, everyone knows, the first rule of the Tautology Club is the first rule of the Tautology Club. That... green is not good. No. Well, the implication seems to be that the circuit there you can just either have the red light or the green light on, or both, or neither, and it actually doesn't matter because the control unit is a separate circuit pathway anyway. That crazy Robin guy was finally fired. I can't believe they let him work here for so many years, but that was probably because no one was checking up on him. I really hope he stays unemployed. I can't stop thinking about all these huge problems he caused to our freshwater systems. Bro, that's not cool to wish someone stays unemployed. You know, let's be professional about this. I'm not sure who will keep those Berryman tunnels in check now. I hope someone will, even if they are death traps. I doubt anyone wants to work there. You've probably heard all those stories about the tunnels, like the homeless people who stayed there and were mysteriously captured. Anyway, here's your money. Just leave the package here and I'll pick it up later. This will probably be the last one. Your stuff is definitely a lot better than our tasteless slop they call Osmo Ulut. My boss asked me to work at the Pit Heath water treatment plant from now on, so I won't be around here anymore. Interesting. That almost sounds exactly like the Half-Life click, doesn't it? I still haven't checked, you know, actually how far through this game we are. I figure we must be probably about halfway by this point. There's a lot of tunnels. I guess if there was one thing that I would say I don't like about this game, this is a purely on the aesthetic basis, I do find, and this is very much like a Rem 2 versus Rem 3, you know, your own personal taste will vary. Oh shoot, is it another boss fight? We've got the boss fight music going. Well, so that's not opening up. I figure we better go under that. This game is fully committed to the... Yeah, we're actually a bit stuck, isn't it? Uh-oh! Yeah, okay, that's not good. That's going to leave a mark. Yeah, it's very much a personal taste thing, like a Rem 2, Rem 3 personal taste thing. But we spent an awful lot of this game scrabbling around in tunnels. And I think I prefer, like, of this genre, and we've discussed this before, I prefer that incredibly niche subset of the adventure game genre where you're on an island in the perpetual sunny day on an infinite ocean. You know, it's your Subnauticas, your Mists, your Haven Moons, your... Hang on, we played one literally fairly recently. Nia, yeah. Being in the open air, I find just a more pleasant gameplay experience. And I realise, obviously, it's intentional to drive the feeling of a certain aesthetic. Yes. Okay, so where are we trying to go? We cannot go this way, but maybe if it explodes more, we will go through this way? The thing is, the music is telling me that we're supposed to be doing something right now. Oh, hang on. Did it beat? Ah, yeah, there it goes. Yes! We just need to wait long enough. Right, grab that, go under here. Huh. Maybe we don't need to crouch under that. Maybe we just run through. Quern! Yo! And do you know what? Quern had the music to go with it as well. Hey, Dimhaven's coming out quite soon. Isn't it? Yeah. Get hyped for Dimhaven, for sure. I think you're further than half, but it was a long time ago for me. Yeah, missed 3. Missed 3. Basically all of the Cyan games, to be honest. Right. Run, 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 run. Maybe we just run through. Yes, we're going to run through. Oh no, it's going down. There we go. That's how we get through there. Ah, and the fire is polite enough to know not to come any further than the door. Of course.
Well, at least the fire alarms are working.
Yeah. It's something. Oh wow, yeah. All the fire alarms are going off. Okay. Where are we? And what do we need to do? And what are we doing next? Okay, we have a lift there. We have the raw water pool, which we cannot get into. So I think up the stairs is the way to go. Abduction does not have an ocean. True. 0 out of 10. Unplayable. Ah, what's the TLDR about the camera mechanic? Yes, the TLDR is that we're a surveyor, right? That's why we're here. Is we've been told to go to this dam and capture evidence. The dam is going through a sale at the moment, so we're here to capture evidence of all of the repairs that need doing. So that's why we're here to begin with. And despite the fact that like there's a lot going wrong with this place, like there's a lot going wrong, but Mark, our protagonist, is very diligently continuing to undertake his primary objective of gathering evidence together of every detail that's wrong. So you ever see an exposed piece of rebar, we need to take a picture of it, because that will need a lick of paint. Excellent. Storeroom. It's weird that that's like the other side of the showers, right? The longest journey had the best of both worlds. Sunny, mysterious places and grimy cyberpunk dystopia. Now, oh, another place with a sauna. I tell you what, Finland feels like, you know, this feels like a magical place. Hang on, wait. I'm not sure we want to turn those off. What is it, and what do they do? Warning, low pH. It's the flocculation. Oh man, we got low pH in the main flocculator, guys. Like this is not good. I guess we could turn these off. Everett Topanga in the chat. Greetings from the US. Greetings to you, Everett Topanga. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good week. Right. That's certainly turned off those. So that's those 4 there. Warning, water flow stopped. Well, that's fine. We can obviously start those back up again, but I feel like we need to get a handle on what's wrong with the flocculator. No fishing. Like, yeah, I'm not sure you want to fish that anyway, to be honest. Oh shoot, we can go down there though. That calls for a safety save. That water looks deep. What? Finland has electrical saunas in every flat, so that tracks. Oh! I totally missed. We've got a couple of chatters have joined us on the YouTube. Meterbill, you're going to spend so much time in tunnels in this game, you're going to feel claustrophobic. Well, yeah, indeed. Quite right. If only there was some handy fire around for those cigarettes. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. The flocculation pool. Perfect. Right, let's try and reset this main flocculator. Sewer pipe 3. Go on, let's open this up. If there's a wheel, we turns it, right? I don't think there's anything else in here. Fire service taking their sweet time. Don't forget to add that to the bad news list. Whoop. Nope. That's me done for. Mark can't swim. Right, so the flocculation pool, we turn that off. The sewer pipe, we're going to turn that on. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. There's at least a communal sauna in every apartment building. 1 sauna per 2 people. What? Now, to be fair, I'm more talking about this from a point of view of such luxury, right? Because personally, I actually can't really do saunas very much. They're a bit too dry for me. They actually hurt my lungs a bit. However, steam rooms, the steam room is where I'm at, 100%. The annual meeting in the office. Most cars in Alaska have remote start. Is flocculation an actual word? I can only assume that it is. I assume it must be. I don't think they'd make something like that up, right? It's not like it's the left phalange or anything. Although, your phalanges, I believe, are your fingers, right? Like, phalange is a real word, and I think it means your finger. Every word is an actual word. Even made-up words. Bevorage. Flocculation is a real word, says Morris Jam. Yeah. Wow, so meter bill. Finland has approximately 3.2 million saunas for a population of about 5.5 million. Yeah. They also... Finland's a very interesting country. Finland's a very interesting country. Because it also, I believe, drinks more coffee per capita than any other country in the world.
Not meant to be like that.
That exposed rebar. But also, it reads more library books than any other country in the world. It is a nation of voracious readers. And yeah. Oh, hello.
4 packs of flashlight batteries.
Control room. That sounds like a good shout. Ow. Good thing we found that keycard. Any more batteries? No. That's not supposed to be like that. Viewports 8. Oh man. I tell you what, these guys, this Osam Umlaut, what's in it? Because this ain't just beer, surely. Everyone's on this stuff. Come on then, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this computer. Warning, water flow stopped. Fine. So, what do we have here? Raw water coming in. Where was the sewage versus the flocculation? I turned the flocculator off, right? I guess it must be this bit. It's the raw water coming in I've turned green. So if we turn that green, then the water comes through the flocculator. Up to filtration, out of filtration. There's disinfection, and then it comes that way. We've also got these pipes, which come through coagulation round here. That's the bigger flocculation, and then that goes out through sedimentation. Maybe I should just turn the water flow back on. Maybe we actually want things more. Right, correct order, coagulation, flocculation, something's wrong with the main pool, reserve pools, sedimentation, filtration, disinfection, Bergman tunnel, water problem, reserve water source, how to change right settings, 22 M. Right, well let's grab a, we're going to grab a copy of that. And we'll add it to our notebook up here. Right. Grab the key. Hopefully that gets us in somewhere. Right. Correct order, coagulation. Let's take a screenshot of this map. And then, if I move you over here... Okay. Something wrong with the main pool, use the reserve pools. So I'm guessing those are the reserve pools. There. Bergman tunnel water problem. Right, that's this one with the exclamation mark. Reserve water source, how to change the right settings. Is this the reserve water? Reserve, question mark? So this would go... Now it needs coagulation, flocculation, sedimentation, filtration, disinfection. So if it goes... We need that one open. And it needs to go, yeah, round this way, up through, there's the coagulation, up through the flocculation, then after flocculation is sedimentation, so it's going to go this way, so that needs opening. No, that'll take it to filtration. We don't want filtration. Filtration comes after sedimentation. So we've got to get it out of sedimentation into filtration. So we need to get into... Right, so we want to keep that X'd. We want to open that one. Yeah. We open this one so that it goes through sedimentation. We need to open that one, and then it's going to come out through to filtration. And then after filtration, it needs to go to disinfection, which is this group here. But there's no valve here and here, so I think that's fine. So I think that's where we want to be. That's where we want to be with this, okay? So we'll go with that. Ah, the old CFSFD routine. Water treatment as old as time. Oh dear, oh dear. Meter Build says, do you remember what I told you about WCs over a month ago? Nope. I don't remember that at all. Sorry. Check the WCs. Probably. Control room officers, laboratory exit. Nope. Finland also has the most metal bands per capita in the world. I believe they also have the highest number of Formula One world champions per capita in the world as well, at 3? Yeah, I think they've got 3 world champions, which for a population of 5 million is kind of crazy. That's really great. Yeah, WCs will be bathrooms. Water closets. So yeah, so we turn those off. Now I'm kind of interested, in a way, to know... Hang on, so resave. So I want to go down here, and I want to change what these 2 wheels are set to see how that affects what is... whoops. How that affects what is lit up on the... How that affects what's lit up. So, flocculation pool... Wait, hang on. No, yes, I think we do want that. Sewer pipe 3. Let's yes, swap these back, and we'll see what that changes. Okay. Yeah, source engine ladder jank, indeed. Man, tell you what, right? That is definitely maybe one of the most not anachronistic. Sorry, the opposite of anachronistic. Thing. It's a thing of its time, you know, for sure. You're not even an F1 person, PWJB, but you can definitely think of 2. Yeah, well, I know... No, so Nico Rosberg raced under the German flag. He didn't race under the Finnish flag, but KK Rosberg, his father, was Finnish. Pretty sure. So yeah, so it's Keke Rosberg, it's Mika Hakkinen, and it's Kimi Räikkönen. At least those 3. Oh, so what have we changed there? If we look at that and compare that to this, what's different between those 2? Huh. I don't see any difference between those 2. So what has swapping those over actually even... Oh no. I do see a difference. Those 2 have swapped. Those 2 have swapped. Interesting. Interesting. So this is how it was after we'd swapped them. So yes, at the moment the sewage is coming in yeah, okay. We need to find these valves and swap them as well, because this one needs to be open and that one needs to be closed, because we want the sewage coming maybe let's put a question mark against that one for now. Right, but yes, I'm pretty sure we do want to have swapped those 2 back where we swapped them to, which was to be expected, right? That was to be expected. I just wanted to see on the diagram what those 2 valves pertained to. Yes? Arguably anachronistic. Yes, very much like a thing of its time. Oh, we can turn the alarm off in the lobby. Okay, thank you for that. Yes, let's do that, because it is really annoying And we did try and turn one of them off. But yes, if we can go... Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves some snacks. Yeah? Oh! Ah! Oh, hello.
I'm starting to get the idea that you are trying to kill me on purpose.
What?
The fucking metro tunnel collapsed, and it took the maintenance tram with it. I'm at some kind of an underground water plant now. It was difficult to get here in one piece. I almost got burned to a crisp in one of the hallways.
Shit, that sounds bad. I'm glad you're okay, though. You think you can find your way out of there?
Well, it's not like I have a choice. I'll call it when I'm out.
It's like, please, our employer liability cover can't get more expensive, Mark. Please, you have to make it back without injury. Our insurance company just keeps hammering us every year when it comes to renewals. Okay. So, we need to find way more stuff. Let's do Meter Bill's suggestion and have a look in the WCs. What can we see in the WCs? You know, the sauna is great and everything, but like this level of privacy in a communal shower is not my vibe. It's not. I prefer a good cubicle that you can stand inside. I will be honest, I don't really see anything of interest in these. Unless it's in the toilet. Oh, ew. Oh, toilet sausage. No. No. Okay, PWJB, you are wildly underestimating the amount of clothes I would wear in a sauna. Oh, hello. There's a key card. Handy, handy. Yeah. On the one hand, I do understand the European compulsion, right? Or the European, not compulsion, compulsion's the wrong word. The European philosophy. But on the other hand, I'm far too English to allow myself to be defrocked in front of strangers. The level of English that I have it would just not allow it. It would not allow it. One of those t-shirts that are made of wetsuit material as well as swimming trunks. Oh. Well, I mean, usually when I'm in the steam room, because the steam room at my gym is like connected to the pool, usually I'm just in my swimming gear in the steam room. So, yeah. Although my swimming gear, I hasten to add, is not a full wetsuit. That probably would be considered excessive, even amongst English people. Right, and we just... No, we didn't retry that one. That is that one. Okay, fine. Good. Ah, we've got Zephyronicus. Wave, wave. Hello, how are you doing? And we have Spiper! Good day to you. More steps down there. I've got to try and kind of picture like where we are now in relation to where we were, because we've kind of right, there's the raw water pool. Man, this place looks pretty big, and there's beer everywhere. Sewer pipe 2, flocculation pool, and sewer pipe 3. And that's sewer pipe 1, raw water pool, which is open. Right, okay. This is stating it in terms of where it's coming from and where it's going to. So this is sewer pipe 1, raw water pool. So that is this valve here, I would suggest. And this one being... Oh, no, because this is sewer pipe 2, flocculation pool, and sewer pipe 3. But they're going... They're either coming from or going into the same pipe. Sewer pipe 1, raw water pool. Then that's flocculation pool and sewer pipe 3. So where is this one then? Where is this one? So flocculation pool is up here or up here. Ah, wait, hang on. Sewer pipe 2, flocculation pool, and sewer pipe 3. Yeah, that's got to be this one, which is currently closed and we want it open? No. Yes? Yes. I think we currently want that one open. Hang on. Which way do we actually want it to go? I think we want this one open. Hopefully we can see a diagram somewhere, right? And we'll close this one out. Okay, good. The city's pool in your hometown is one in the high school, but the town proper has a recreation centre whose pass lets you into the pool at the high school as well. Or it did back in 2004. Yeah. Unlocks when the fire alarm is turned on. Huh. I mean, okay. So we could just leave, which is a sort of running theme on, you know. Right, sewer pipes 1 and 2. Hello.
Three packs left.
3 packs left. Right, that's pump on or off. Don't drain the sewer pipe to the raw water or flocculation pool, at least not when they are in use. I removed the valve just in case. Aha, good. Oh, we can see. Yes, so as expected, these two have now switched, which is fine. So wait, so that's sewer pipes 1 and 2. don't drain the sewer pipe to the raw water, at least not when they're in use. Need to have a think about that. Right. So where I was before... Oh, the layout of this place is confusing, isn't it? So where I was before, sewer pipe 2, flocculation pool and sewer pipe 3, which is now open. So this must be sewer pipe 2. And this one here, sewer pipe 1 raw water pool. This one here must be sewer pipe 1. Yes? Yes, okay. A2. What do we got here? If the light is red, the area behind the door might be flooded. Okay. Well, might as well turn you off then, rather than having you tick over constantly. Whoop. There you go. I suppose we could reverse you, couldn't we? Would you reverse this way? Maybe we've just skipped fast travel unlocked. That way is sedimentation. Okay, here's sedimentation. Okay. We're getting there. We're gradually gathering some understanding. So sedimentation up here. One of these is set incorrectly. And it's like the third one. And I think we just want all of these on. Yeah. So let's try turning you on. There we go. And now that light is green and that is also green. Nice. That emergency exit sign is very European. You just have exit in illuminated red letters. I've closed access to the raw water. It's fine. Go get that wheel. Yes. The valve of destiny. The valve of oh, here's a wheel. The valve of destiny. You will be called upon. You will be called upon. Now that is filtration. Maybe you can be opened. We still need to get the flocculation running. Maybe that'll come later. I don't know. Right, Valve of Destiny. Let's go. Da, 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 da. Bonk. Now, this being sewer pipes 1 and 2, I'm assuming that that is this one here. Right? It's going to open this valve here. So this will start running up this way. Yeah. So that should be fine. I agree. So we start running that. No, that hasn't opened what I expected it to open. Huh.
There we go.
Okay. No, it has opened it. Right. So now, let's take a new screenshot so we can compare it with where we were before. Okay, good. So, what do we now have? We now have the water's running through this way, up here, up here, up here, which I think is correct. Yeah. And then we're going to want the raw water to come, yeah, through and round and up and through the flocculation. Yeah, coagulation first, then the flocculation, then round here, then this way through sedimentation, then through filtration, and then down and out. That's the plan. So, what is outstanding? We want flocculation here. We need the raw water pipe here. Yeah. We need this valve here. And then I think we're done? I think that's it then. And we're good. So. Oh, this is now open. This is now open. It says it's an automatic gate. Is it? Do we have to have the little buggy? Go, 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 go! Oh! Wait a minute. Did we just leave? Well... like, maybe we just left? Or maybe this is now the next area in the water treatment plant? Or maybe we've just decided we're just going to do like a half job for today, but a half job is better than no job. So...
I'm starting to think this was a bad idea. I should have just taken a cab or a paid vacation.
Yeah, all this water is not supposed to be here. Absolutely not. Yep.
It's not good.
That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there. Definitely not. Oh, shoot! Okay. Yeah. Not supposed to be there either. It sort of knows to stop, does it? Whoa, no, don't go, don't go. Forward, forward!
3 bags left.
And we've got a load of rubble at the end here.
Someone should get that fixed.
Okie dokie. Well, we got very far. I don't even know if we're still in the water treatment plant, to be honest, but we'll just sort of push forward, I guess. More
packs of flashlight batteries.
This is handy. Oh, there's a point. There's points. There we go. That's what we need. On the way. duck under the door, otherwise we would definitely get hit by that. Probably needs fixing. Yeah, I have a feeling that, well, whatever state the water treatment plant just got left in is going to be the state the water treatment plant gets left in. I think that's... Oh! Yeah, we almost hit our head there. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we've got some exposed rebar there, so we'll take that. What's in here then, eh? What's in here? This looks like we'll find batteries.
4 packs of camera batteries.
There we go. Camera batteries for us. Oop, no, onwards. I haven't fixed their water, but at least I rerouted the sewage system. To be honest, I didn't realise we were about to leave. Like, I thought that was just the... I don't know, yeah. I didn't even realise we were about to leave the area, to be honest.
I have 5 packs of camera batteries now.
Codes! Perfect. We will definitely grab a set of codes. I mean, it's a bit of a shame, to be honest, because I felt like we were doing really well with that water treatment plant puzzle. To be honest, I thought we did really well with that. But then we sort of left kind of accidentally. Yeah. Ah well. So... No, can't open that one up. We can reverse the trolley this way if we can get the points flipped. Grab one of those, that's good. Lock, unlock. CMS 1, 2, RWPD. Okay. So we want to look at these. Water plant doors, steam control room, central station doors. So we need this one here. C5. Ah, C2. Ah, what needs to be fixed? Let's grab that. Let's grab that. So storage room C2. CMT door 2 switch. Area 8 pipe leak. Steam pipe leak. Right, so that switch not working. Storage room C2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, none of those will go upwards. Okay, we've got a key. Does the key unlock this door over here? Ah, it does. It does, it does. Right, that will hopefully turn the steam off, yes? Okay, so steam now off. We can move the points. Wait, hang on a minute. No, we need the points this way. So that we can drive straight forward. Okay, is the switch now working? No, because the light is still red. Okay. Right, we'll look at that again in a moment. As far as this one goes, this needs flipping anyway so that we can avoid that bit of derailed train. Bit of exposed concrete again here. And on this side, this is actually already fine. We don't need to worry about this one. But I think we do want to drive the train out of here, right? This reminds me a lot of that level in Half-Life where you're sort of trying to drive the train to where you need. Ugh. Can we get past those? Let's do a quick save. No. Too much. That's too much spicy mushroom for us. Okay, I mean the obvious thing to do is to... I mean, does this just sort of loop round anyway? It kind of looks like that just loops round regardless. So maybe what you want is actually to leave that so that it's pointing straight and leave this one so that it's pointing straight, which is exactly where it's currently set up to be. Imagine if the ultimate place of this is also Zen. Way fewer marines and alien dogs, though. Mora's Jam is pointing us towards codes to try out, which we certainly could. Usually if you see a level transition, the puzzle in the previous map has nothing to do puzzle-wise with what's in the next map. Yeah, which is like a slight shame. A slight shame. I kind of wish... Well, in that specific example, I kind of wish it was telegraphed like a little bit clearer that we were about to leave the area. Well, let's try... So, what do we have here, then? So, Morris Jam reckons it's storage room C2, 7890. That's not one of the codes that's written. Oh, no, it is. Tunnel A24 and 2222. B34. I don't know where you got those from, to be honest. Like... One Cyan game you may have played recently has puzzles that spanned across loading transitions, and it did slow down the game a lot. Yes. Abduction certainly has that. Abduction certainly has that. Okay. Well, we might have to leave this puzzle here for this week for now. Because we're actually out of time for today's stream in any case. So, we need to figure out how to get that door open. Maybe it's related to putting those codes in, but those levers, the switches, don't seem to actually be working at all. Maybe it's actually something over here. Probably not, though. But yes, we're going to take a save here, and we're going to wrap up today's stream. So, if you are watching on YouTube in the future, thank you very much for watching this episode of Infra. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Bye for now.